Hi, and welcome to Adventures with Reid and Tiff. My name is Reid, and today we're going to go through the first week of the Geartrade Ultralight Advent Calendar. So it all came in this box. It came early in November to avoid the Canada Post strike, so I've had it for quite a while. But now that we're in December, finally going through the items and opening them. The first week was pretty awesome, so I'm going to go through what I got. And if you're thinking about this for next year, about getting it, I think that this is amazing if you're just getting into ultralight, because there's a lot of things in here that you will want to get, and it will save you money getting it in the advent calendar versus buying it individually. If you're like me and you have already gone down the rabbit hole of ultralight, there are definitely some items in here that I already have something either similar or the exact same. But for the most part, the items that are in here are actually the items that I haven't bought, because a lot of the little items, when you start adding them up, can be a little bit pricey. And if I don't need them and I have a different thing, then I haven't purchased them. And then a couple of the things are actually ones that were in my cart, and I decided I'm not going to press purchase because they might be in the advent calendar. So the advent calendar itself is $300 Canadian this year for 2024. For the first 7 days worth, it is definitely more than the $75 that it would be for the quarter of the items that it is. So value-wise, I think you're getting probably a very good value. We'll see going along, but certainly well over the $300 amount if you were to buy them at the full price. So we'll get into this a little bit, and we'll talk about sort of the items that I am most excited about, and the items that either I have something that I think might be a little bit better, or what the differences are. So each one comes in these little bags with the Geartrade logo on it and the day number. So I'll have to find some good use for these little bags later on, so that we're not wasting all of this. But I'm sure I'll be able to, especially even just storage of gear. So inside of the bags, you have the item for the day. So day number 1 is the ThermoWorks ThermoDrop thermometer. It is a min-max thermometer that can go on a zipper or something like that. It's really small, and it just can help to understand the conditions that you're going to be out in. Each one comes with a little paper that gives you a little bit more about it. And you can also check online to see the information on it. This, I would say, is a luxury item. It's something that I've wanted for a while because I've seen other YouTube videos where they're using it. But I like to do quite a bit of cold weather camping, whether it's early spring, late fall, winter. And this will come in handy, even if it's a couple extra grams, to let me know what the temperatures are overnight, so that way, if I sleep cold, for example, I can look at the temperature and say, oh, okay, it's because it dropped further than it should have and it's below what I was planning for. Or if it didn't, then that's a bigger issue that I need to figure out from a gear standpoint, why my gear wasn't doing what I expected it to do. So that's awesome. Great. Glad that I got that. Day number 2. Day number 2 is these tick twisters. So they're to remove ticks, which we have a lot of ticks in my area, so anything to help with that is good. These look really small and lightweight, but because we have ticks, I do have my own tick tweezers that are very good, and I bought these because I had issues with other products out there. The tick key in particular, where I went to remove a tick and it just didn't work, and luckily little tweezers on my Swiss Army knife was what I got it out with. But then I purchased these, which are meant to get underneath the ticks and get them out well. So I'll probably try these anyways, but I'll bring this along just in case, because I don't, if I'm out for a multi-day trip, I want to get that tick off of me as soon as possible, and I don't want to break it. I'll try these, and I hope they work because they are smaller, lighter, and more compact than the tweezers. Day three is a roll of Leukotape, which is fantastic. I actually had this in my cart, and I decided to hold off buying it because I thought, who knows, maybe there would be something either exactly Leukotape or something else similar in the Advent calendar, because I'm not happy with the moleskins that fall off all the time, and wanted to try this out. So this will be very helpful for our next trip, where we do the O circuit in Patagonia, which is 135 kilometers over 8 days. We're doing it with 5 other friends, so the 6th of us will definitely use this. I'm not going to bring the whole thing, but I'll bring a bunch of it, and it will be used. So this is a great one as well. So days 1 and 3 so far are a hit. Day 4, that is the Salsa Queen mango pineapple salsa. It's a freeze-dried product, which I've never tried anything from this company or this kind of a product, but you know, it might add a little bit of kick and something nice to have on a camping trip. And it's small, it's light, it's consumable, so overall it'll be interesting to try it. Hopefully I like it. Day number 5. So day number 5 is Salty Britches chafing ointment. So similarly, I was going to buy a different type of Body Glide type product for the upcoming Patagonia trip. So this just saves me from buying that. This will be coming on the trip. So another great one for this week. And then day 6. Day 6 is 3 different drink mixes from Leisureman's. One is Bee's Knees Lemon and Real Honey Simple Syrup. One of them is the original, which is licorice bitters and simple syrup. And then the last one is Old Fashioned. So that's interesting. I don't normally take any alcohol with me on trips, but for our canoe trips where we don't care so much about weight, these will be fun to try. You do have to bring whatever alcohol you want to mix in with it, but it might be a fun thing to have instead of just, you know, having water on the backpacking trips or other drink mixes. And then day 7 is a canister holder by Stoker's. It's a 3D printed canister holder. I don't normally bring one with me on trips, but I have the MSR metal one, which I do bring with me when I'm going to be using a small frying pan or something like that on top of the canister stove to just give a little bit more support. As you can see, they're pretty much the exact same size, so they give the same support. The metal one, this one I think is going to last me forever. This one, I don't know, I hope so. It's lighter, so this is 22 grams, and then the metal one is 33 grams. So there's a little bit of weight savings there, so that's cool. And you know, if I decide that I'm not going to use one of them, then I can always give it away to a friend, because I have a lot of friends that are getting into ultralight camping as well. So a little bit about Geartrade. Geartrade is for Canadians similar to Garage Grown Gear in the US. They have lots of ultralight equipment. For Canadians, that means that you can get some free shipping. You don't need to worry about duties. So I love supporting them and getting gear from them. I've ordered quite a bit from them already, and I don't see that changing either. This first week was awesome. I hope that the next 3 weeks are just as good. Of this particular haul, I would have bought the ThermoWorks. I have no necessarily need to get rid of my tweezers that I have already, so I probably wouldn't have bought the tick twisters, but if they work, that's going to be that's great too. The Leuco tape I would have bought. The anti-chafe cream, I wouldn't have necessarily bought this one. I would have probably bought a different one, but I'm happy to try that out. And then for the other items, the consumables here, I'm always happy to try something new. I don't know if I would have necessarily chosen these exact ones, but I think that's the fun of getting these kind of advent calendars, is that you get something that you might not have bought otherwise. And next year I might be saying that these were the best things ever. So that's going to be fun to give it a shot. I hope you like this video. We are trying to grow this channel. So if you liked it, please subscribe, like the video, comment. Anything you can do to help grow the channel is appreciated. And with that, we'll see you next week to go through week 2 of the haul. Thank you.